Hey guys. Remember all those times when I tried to say that Red was cheating with the life bar? Here, now that I know how to screen share, I will fucking show you what the hell I mean. You see all that? You see that? Look at where the life is. One, two, three, three fucking rows of health. Now here's what I don't get what Red said. Can't break the rules, huh? Red, what do you call that? Hmm? Guys, tell me something. Does that seem fair? He lost to Solomon, but somehow here I'll let the video explain what the hell these two have had history about.
History with Red, as when the fight started, this dialogue happened. I'd rather die than desert you.
Okay, now we know that they did have history. And that's the attack Red first used on Godzilla in this game. And this, need I remind you, this is a creepypasta. Apparently Godzilla gained his own creepypasta. Now here, for all you Mothra fans, you are going to be sick to your stomach about this.
Be brought to full health badly to the board, being crushed. He reached out, grabbed Mothra, and ate her.
Yeah, apparently Mothra was devoured, and her health bar was at 2 life bars. For any fans of the Mothra movies, do not watch Chapter 8 of the NES Godzilla creepypasta. Trust me when I say this, it's better if you don't know what happened to Mothra in this. Now look at this. Red has no health. Now watch this.
Thought I had won, but something was wrong.
Now take a look at this. Watch out his eyes.
Red wasn't sinking to the bottom, and I still couldn't move. Red was still alive.
How? That zooming in is really fucking scary.
After his seeming defeat by Solomon, Red had reconstructed his body into his gigantic final form, transporting us to a blazing inferno in the process. It was reminiscent of our first encounter, except now the scenery, much like the true power of Red, had become very real. The music had erupted into a loud, blaring sound.
But basically, there's only one monster that was in this creepypasta edition of the game that can kill that monster, but if you don't know how to use the monster that Red apparently has complete control over, you're fucked. But basically, after Red swallowed Godzilla, yeah, watch Godzilla. Each monster was dying, and somehow the game knew it. And yeah, if you have read the creepypasta and you really did have a girlfriend named Melissa and you played this game, trust me, it's best if you just destroy the cartridge. What? Now, for all the Godzilla fans of Planet Earth, this was sickening when I first saw this video. I swear to God. It fucking sickened me that a character that was never in a Godzilla movie did this. I mean, I just wanted to puke. There are some moments in each episode that the game breaks the fourth wall. Yeah, it's stealing Deadpool's trick. Now let's get back to the fight of him.
A furious drum of death. Faced against Red's insane amount of health, my own demise was imminent.
Guys, answer me this question. If you ever get a creepypasta game on your doorstep or mailed to you, or if a friend gives it to you with a game called Action 52, play any other game that your friend gives you besides one that looks like your old childhood game, and not some fucking creepypasta, please. Please do that for me, because I don't want you guys ending up the same way this happened to the monsters. And I know, there is no definitive gameplay footage. These are just screenshots throughout all these episodes, but trust me, guys, to me, these screenshots look fucking real.
Solomon was my strongest monster, but not even he stood a chance. It was like trying to fight a mountain. Within seconds, Solomon was over.
It not only took about 6 of his power bar. Let's see. He has more power than all of the monsters combined. Actually, no, he's got more power than each monster. He has triple the amount of health that each monster does, even if they're at full power and full health. I think whoever made this fucking creepypasta should be ashamed of themselves.
Overpowered and dropped to the floor when Red crushed him to death beneath his foot.
Now that's just insulting. That is insulting. You killed the monster. There's no reason to go and step on its back. You sick fuck. And I swear, yeah, and this was told in the creepypasta that this game somehow managed to merge from the NES graphics to the Super Nintendo graphics and to realistic graphics that you see like in real life. Because look at the background. Does that look normal for 8-bit gaming? Not the channel, but the bit software that the NES uses. Does that look normal for a Nintendo Entertainment System cartridge? No.
The sadistic demon took his time as he snapped Solomon's vertebrae and ribs like dry, brittle twigs. I could tell he was enjoying the pain. This is hopeless. I'm a dead man. I had no choice but to send another monster to his death. We were all going to die. I only hoped they would forgive me.
Yeah, if I was a monster being sent to my death, I would never forgive the person who put me there in the first place. I'm sorry I'm constantly pausing, guys, but seriously, if you're a fan of Anguirus or Godzilla or Mothra, you're not gonna like what happens to Anguirus. Well, you didn't like what happened to Mothra. But for any hardcore Godzilla, I mean just the monster Godzilla fans, when Godzilla dies, I mean it is just revolting that somehow this monster knows how to swallow smaller monsters. Actually, the monsters are probably at their full size, but Red treats them like they're pieces of shit. I swear I don't want to continue the video, but I got to.
After decreasing Red's health by a...
And I know I've reviewed, I did a hearing of from chapter 1 all the way through to the epilogue and credits.
Minuscule amount. Anguirus was also obliterated. Red unleashed a hail of blazing hot needles to its face until he collapsed. Another moment of unspeakable agony, then nothingness as my ally faded away.
See, and sorry if the video is too loud, but seriously, game breaks fourth wall. Only Deadpool should have that ability. Nothing else. Why is it that some games have to break the fucking fourth wall? And yeah, these are all parts that Red actually does cheat.
I asked Red how he knew my name, and then he said it.
Oh yeah, you have not seen the Entropy or Dementia video, I highly recommend you do, because here's what I said, even though it was a character, I said, Red, you fucking cheater. Fuck you, Red. Fuck you, Red. How dare you eat Godzilla? Even Hyper Godzilla said this. I think Red said, no, I hate you. And here's what Justin Aghaven said. Think about it. We all know how big Godzilla is and how tiny he is compared to Red. So how big could Final Red be? How big would Final Red be? And that's the face that was seen in this game. Look at that icon right there. That is so fucking weird. How is this a good story? It has Godzilla getting killed and eaten. How is there a Lion King reference? 11 minutes and 25 seconds? We just passed that. Oh. Hold on. Hold on, let me click on that. Let me click on that for a minute. Guys, pardon this. I'll try and edit this part out. Where is that? I've known you for a long time. I'll tell you a secret. Don't you just hate it when games mess with your mind?
For years, she was being tortured by something nobody understood. And now I knew what it was. Now I understood why I was mocked about Melissa's death and how the game knew about it. Because he knew about it. Because he was the one responsible. And this time, he was going to kill me. I was taken back to the board to send Godzilla to his final stand. Barely anything was left of the board. Just Godzilla.
Yeah, for the Monster Godzilla fans, you might not want to watch this part because it is very... Never mind, just watch the entire thing.
And Red's icon. And the fifth monster. In the midst of everything that was happening, I had completely forgot about it. I tried yet again to select it. I cursed. I begged. I screamed at it to do something. Anything to help me. To no avail. There was only one thing to do.
Jesus Christ! It's so unfair! He can stretch his mouth like Orga! Yeah, I forgot to mention in this creepypasta game, Hack, Orga is somehow in the fucking game. Not the one made by Toho. Oh no. They kept recycling Mogira and Gozora, but not ever add any new monster from the Godzilla universe. Just cameos from Godzilla movies. But I swear, 5 energy bars of health is not gonna last Godzilla for more than 10 seconds. Red's gonna use that fire finger shit.
Much like the previous monsters.
And here, I'm gonna show you, like, he was trying to do this, guys. Yeah, if you have the Godzilla Monsters creepypasta, break the fucking cartridge so that way you don't have this experience. And if anybody does make the cartridge, you better hope I don't find out where you live, because I will break the cartridge before you even send it to me. Even though I don't have a Nintendo Entertainment System console. So think about how you want to send the cartridge to me. Broken or broken in half? So guys, what do you think I should do if I ever get the cartridge? Smash it or play it? And have my life nearly stolen from me because of a video game? Yeah, when people have played Sonic.exe, the game has actually known their name by digging in their cookie history. That's why I try to avoid playing that fucking shit, because apparently I don't want the game knowing my name. It's known Yamimash, Kyle, Damien. Kyle's name is always mentioned in the game because the Kyle from the Sonic.exe fan-made film. But we never see who he looks like. I'm trying to keep that image out of my head, but every time I close my eyes, I see the Godzilla.exe monster picture. Now here, I'll show you what the fucking picture looks like. And no, it's not red. You see that picture right there, guys? That picture right there that shows right there? That's the picture that has always scarred me every time I looked at the game. I feel like I want to puke. Download Gadget Panic starring Godzilla.exe. EXE files. How to repair file. Original file to replace broken file. Gadget Panic starring Godzilla.exe. What the fuck? Wait a minute, what? In 1954, a legendary creature awoke and left Japan in a living hell, but was killed by the oxygen destroyer and its creator, Dr. Serizawa. Hold up for a minute, guys. I gotta see this. No. Jesus, that's scary. But he wasn't a mindless, destructive being. Before he fell to his doom, his final roar was actually his last words. You mortals think this is the end, but I will return when the time is right, and you will all burn. Years later, many other monsters have appeared, including the king of the monsters, but the savior who had protected us from Monarch's secret monsters, Godzilla, had disappeared in a great explosion of fire and hasn't been seen for months. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get back to this.
Godzilla stood no chance. After releasing a wave of fiery flames from his hands, Godzilla's health was drained, and he too, like Mothra, was devoured by Red. I knew Godzilla didn't stand any more of a chance than the rest did.
So why didn't you send him in after you sent Red? After you sent not Red, but Solomon in? Oh yeah, because he's the main character of the game, Godzilla.
But maybe now that all the other monsters were gone, the fifth monster.
So you just sacrificed Godzilla just to have the fifth monster unlocked? Dude, I know this is reading creepypasta, but if this really had happened, the dude would have lost his life if his girlfriend in the game didn't come back to save him.
Might finally awaken. I managed to get the creature's icon selected, and I pressed the A button as fast as I could. The icon started to shake the month.
Now look at Ray. He's literally breaking the fourth wall again. How many times is this fucker gonna break the fourth wall in one episode? Oh my god. The way it just stares at you looks freaking creepy, right guys? Do you guys want me to get... Nah, I'm gonna continue this. Nice. Jesus, even on full screen is fucking creepy as hell. God, it's like he's staring directly at me, trying to force me to play. And you see how much health he has left? It's so impossible. You need like 15 rounds of Godzilla that's stronger than Red. With more health than Red, that's what I meant. But that would so be breaking the rules. Red told us can't break the rules. That much health? That's clearly breaking the fucking rules. Am I not right? Type in the comments if that's not breaking the fucking rules. God. I have never, ever seen or heard a monster cheat like Red has. Well, there was that one episode where I mentioned about a diary in the same Godzilla cartridge, but apparently in that same cartridge it kept saying, please do not redistribute. I think when this guy died, it was redistributed again. Listen to that. Oh yeah, don't worry guys, I got another probably 10 hours before I can finally get those fucking ancient dragons to stop breeding and see what the hell they give me. Let me check and see if my Mars or other dragon in the hatchery is ready to be hatched. Because I need at least one slot open for that fucking... Yeah, apparently the ancient dragon's egg is sent straight from the ancient world into the hatchery. So you've been focusing your gems on the hatchery. Good for you. Here, you guys just finished the... You guys finish watching the fucking video. I can't take it.
As if it were trying desperately to move. It was then that Red decided he was done playing fair, and before I could activate the monster, he went for the killing blow, paralyzing my heart. My hands started to become numb and unfeeling, but even as my vision was fading, I still tried to press the A button.
If it's game over, then why is there a 5th monster on the board, you dumbass? Even though it's under your control, you don't have full rights to that monster, even though it's different. Go away, you damn prehistoric golfers. I have no gems, and my Mars Dragon is the closest to being hatched. And the fucker only gives me 50 experience points? That's unfair. And my Fossil Dragon only gives me 50,000, and I gotta give it 6 gems if it wants to be hatched. Wow, game, you really are a douche. Ow.
Red surely was breaking one of the rules, but he must have thought that if he could kill me quickly, then it would be too late for any consequences to matter. He would have won. He was wrong. Red's power was being challenged by an outside force. It prevented him from killing me. And when I regained my vision, I saw a familiar sight.
Zack, you don't have much time.
Who are you?
You already know me. I am Melissa.
What? How is that possible?
Apparently, when her life was taken because Red told her to kill herself. And no, guys, this is not real. This is just a fucking creepypasta. Don't take it too seriously, unless you feel like taking it seriously. God damn it! Why is everything I try to show you guys, you think you have to take it super serious?
Red told me that he killed you.
It's true. Even after death, he tortures me. If you can't stop him, he'll do the same to you.
But how will I be able to stop him now?
I can't fight Red, but there is one who can. I will release him from Red's grasp. Don't give up. I love you.
So even though she's in a fucking video game, she still loves Zack. Who the fuck played Zack? Seriously, I am getting fucking freaked out here. Okay. Who the fuck played Zack? Wait a minute. Music through the Egrosphere. I am not gonna figure out how to. Okay, so thanks to Chris Hutty, Daniel Ryan for providing the voice for Solomon and Melissa. I must have typed in the comments somewhere like, who the fuck played Red?
Her words stirred something inside of me. I wasn't going to die like this, and I had more to fight for than just my own life. I had to fight to save Melissa and the world she inhabits. With her help, the 5th monster was finally unleashed. It was time to...
Okay, before I continue, I'm gonna stop screen sharing and see what the hell my channel looks like. Well, I do appreciate the subscribers that returned. All I want to know is who left my channel and then who came back. That's all I want to know. Okay, guys? Is that too much to ask? Now, if you do get sentimental through this video, I am not responsible for how sentimental you get. Okay? Good.
End this once and for all.
Accurate.
We would take this damn hellspawn out.
Does anyone know any Godzilla movie where Acacius made an appearance? Because this, it has the back parts like Gigan, the hands turn into a blade like Gigan. I don't know.
Of existence.
You can't just quietly say, Red, they can't save you. You have to scream it at the top of your lungs.
Acacius was by far the strongest playable monster in the game. He had to be if we had a chance of surviving. His punch involved turning his hands into blades, which caused tremendous damage. He also had the ability to fire lasers from his face, as well as star-like projectiles from his hands. And even the ability to fly, much like Solomon. Instead, he could levitate in the air. Red had more than enough life to spare. In the end, this would come down to pure skill. And finally, with one final strike, Red was destroyed.
I heard no in the word I hate you. I was about ready to help scream, fuck you, Red, you deserve to die, you son of a bastard, for eating Godzilla and Mothra. But look at the graphics of how Red is dying. That is, I swear, if the NES could almost produce that kind of graphic, oh boy, parents would not be letting their kids play Godzilla Monsters soon.
He had done it. Melissa's death had been avenged, and I felt overwhelming happy.
Well, we see Red's name and power and life are gone.
Until I remembered all the death and pain that led up to this point. All the other monsters who had fought and died. I was about to mourn them, but the game had yet to conclude.
Oh yeah, and I think in an earlier episode there was a Godzilla vs. Biollante music, which I'm not gonna play because I know it would give me a copyright claim.
Tears of joy streamed down my face, and I broke out crying. I cried harder than I had in several years, maybe in my whole life. All I had been through, all I had discovered, and now the game was coming to an end. But before she and the others left, Melissa had something to tell me.
You have saved us. We are forever grateful. We'll be together again someday.
I think what she's trying to say is, if the characters that had died, she and he would have been together, but in endless torture by Red. So it's a good thing the character Zack did not die. And guys, like I said before, This is a fucking creepypasta. Don't take it too serious. I know probably half of you are screaming, "Oh, is this for real, Jonathan?" This is a fucking creepypasta. It's not real. Unless you find the cartridge and you happen to play it and it does this kind of shit, then it could be real. Just make sure if you do find the creepypasta version, break it! I do not need any of my subscribers losing their lives like this. And does this music sound familiar to you guys? Because it sounds like the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah music when the spaceship that comes as Mecha King Ghidorah near the end of the video. Ergosphere. Listen ad-free with YouTube Red. Yeah, it does remind me of Starscream and Megatron's argument. Because Coinblog Kira 101 Mag says this: the dialogue between Red and Solomon reminds man, listen to this. Somebody actually said this. Burn, Red. And it was this person. 666 666 6. There's 9 6s right there. You cannot, they cannot save you. You cannot fly. R for rage, E for end, and D for death. Game over. Oh, Flame Cyclone says this. Hey, I have this duplication glitch. And who wants to see the damn glitch, people? Does anybody want to see that glitch? I sure as hell don't. And if you guys really want me to re-watch every fucking episode and do a recording, trust me, that is never happening ever again. I'm just gonna delete this video after I post it because I don't know why I did this. It was a gigantic waste. Actually, no, it wasn't a gigantic waste of time. I should just cut out the scenes. No, I'm just gonna keep this video up. At least we know if you do get this game and you play against Red, make sure you turn off the game. Even if you just kick the cord enough times where the NES falls to the ground, and if it's a used NES and it breaks, good riddance, even if that's the only game you got for the NES. It's better than having your life taken away. And I'm just saying, guys, this is a creepypasta. Nobody's life was actually taken, but if you do come across a cartridge that does do that kind of shit, just make sure you throw it into the deepest part of the ocean. Nobody wants to live with a cartridge that could take a life. Yeah, when I first sat through it, it was over 3 fucking hours and 10 minutes. It was 3 hours and 19 minutes of endless torture. Even having to hear Red yell at the top of his voice, "Melissa, kill yourself." That's just wrong for an NES game to say. But at least Nintendo never learned about the creepypasta, but they are going to learn about it here in this video. And I bet they're going to want the cartridge so that way they can destroy it. I'm going to go, guys. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe.